two, one. Live from New York City. It's Tuesday Night Live. Nah. What's up, everybody? Tonight we're going to be doing something a little bit different than what I normally do on my channel. I'm joined by my good friends Trenchy and Art, and tonight we're going to be talking John Carpenter. I grew up with all kinds of horror movies. I will say that I am a Craven guy, but John Carpenter's style is second to none.
Agree.
You know, in any movie you watch, you get that certain aspect of John Carpenter in that movie, and I really do. I do love his movies. I'm not gonna lie. So tonight, what I planned on doing is we're gonna talk about In the Mouth of Madness, Assault on Precinct 13, Big Trouble in Little China, Halloween, and The Thing. And I'm gonna start with Halloween because I feel like that is what really got everybody's eyes on Carpenter. And I'm gonna open it up with, all right, what made you like Halloween, Trenchy?
It's good movie, man. Like, yeah, the atmosphere of it is insane. You really get pulled into this story, and it's very simple but very creepy and effective. And it's just a very well done, well shot movie.
Art, what attracted you to Halloween?
What Trench said, but also, Loomis and Michael, just the whole thing.
What really attracted me to Halloween was the music. The score for Halloween was fantastic. But yeah, Donald Pleasance as Sam Loomis was fantastic. A very simple story, but again, it's it's a story that was very well written.
Yeah, man. That's a winning combination. You know, you got John Carpenter and Deborah Hill. Can't forget Deborah Hill and talk about Halloween. Like, those two came together and they made history, man.
They did. They really did. I will not argue that point there. What was your favorite scene from Halloween?
Oh shit. It's hard. There's a lot of good scenes. I like the scene where she's in the closet and she undoes the fucking, what's it called, the clothes hanger and stabs him with it.
Yeah. She stabs him in the neck with the coat hanger.
Yeah, that was fun. It's like she undid a coat hanger in like 30 seconds. That's badass.
That was pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
Art, what was your favorite kill from Halloween? Or favorite scene, not kill, but favorite scene?
Oh. When the bully runs into him after they knock the pumpkin down.
Oh yeah.
And he follows him for a little bit. And you can't see the mask or his head, it's just the bottom, and The
Yeah.
music, though, and the way it follows.
I think my favorite scene is where all three of them are walking down the sidewalk, and you see Michael peer out from behind the bush, and then when they get right up on him, he's gone.
Oh, hell yeah.
That is one of my favorite scenes. But I think the scene that sets up the movie entirely is that opening scene where Michael kills his sister. That's where you really knew. It's like, oh shit, nobody's sick in this movie.
Well, that is another one of the best scenes, though, because that whole thing, you don't know it's a kid that's doing it necessarily. Then
Right.
the parents snatch the mask off, and are like, Michael? And it's
Yeah,
just this little boy.
Yeah.
It's like, what the?
And Michael is, even when they say Michael, you just see the blank stare. He's just, it's like there's no one there when they're like Michael, even when the mask gets snatched off his face, it's just pure catatonia.
Yeah. I love, he has bad parents though, because like you see your little kid out in the middle of the night with a knife all alone, and your reaction is to stick your hands in your pockets and stare at him. Your parents suck, dude. Like, that's not a good reaction.
Yeah, your 6-year-old son is standing in the middle of the street holding a bloody knife, and all you say is Michael. Dude,
that's a funny shit.
I think the most iconic shot from that movie is the kitchen scene where he takes the dude to the fucking pantry door, and then you get the iconic head tilt from Michael.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he's almost admiring his handiwork. It's like, God damn, I really fucked him up good and proper.
Yeah.
I like when the kids are running out screaming at the end too. I like that.
In that movie, and that's fantastic. I really do enjoy that.
And soon Loomis like sees it and hears it, and is just like, oh, runs over there.
That's to me again. That's one of the more iconic scenes in that movie. And then you also get the classic line from Donald Pleasance: "I shot him 6 times." And to me, that was the perfect way to end that movie.
Oh yeah. Well, the shot him 6 times is at the beginning of number 2.
Yeah.
Which was the recreation of the end of number 1, but basically the same.
Yeah, it's. I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I mean, it's a classic.
I shot him 6 times.
I shot him in the heart.
Trick or treated to death tonight. You don't know what death is.
That's my favorite Lunas line. He just runs away. Like, what the fuck?
I don't think I probably didn't know what the hell's going on. There was an old British man in like a trench coat, and he just ran off. I don't know.
Now my next movie is it's gotta be Assault on Precinct 13. One of John Carpenter's first remakes. Because it's well, no, wait, I take that back. Carpenter, that was the Carpenter original. They remade it later with Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all right. I liked the movie, and I really thought that they, to me, it felt like they could have done more with it. It's a great movie, but it felt like it needed just a little bit more.
Assault on Precinct?
Yeah.
I can't really remember the old one.
I haven't. Well, I remember some stuff. It's it's simple like Halloween. A little bit more, there's more violence, of course, but
Yeah. The Assault on Precinct 13, it was more of a crime drama.
yeah, like Halloween, you have it's a slasher. Guy breaks out of a mental asylum, stalks some babysitters. In this one, you got like a group of punks trying to, if I remember correctly, they're trying to get into like the police station. They're trying to like take it over, and a small group of like cops are like holding it down. It's like a hold down the fort movie, if I remember correctly. I might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the Assault on Precinct 13 is basically the cops kill off 6 gang members, and the rest of the gang is surrounds the police station. Like, we're gonna kill you, motherfuckers.
Imagine one of them crazy 80s gangs.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Some Escape from New York gang shit. There you go.
That's one that's another movie I could have done, was Escape from New York, but
I love that one.
Another episode. Like, there's so much Carpenter. You can do a few of these if you want.
Oh yeah.
But again, I thought again, Precinct worked for its simplicity, but I thought and this is just my personal, I guess, preference. I would have liked to seen a little more story developed.
Yeah.
Like, why did the cops go out and just without any reason just kill 6 gang members?
Yeah, they never really developed on that. Again,
As much it's great, but I don't. It's not as far as like Carpenter movies stand out. It's not as memorable as some of the others.
Yeah, I really liked the movie off of memory. Like it's one of the better like exploitation action films. But I get what you're saying for sure. Like it's hard to stand up to like a Day Live or Big Trouble in Little China, Escape from New York. You know, you
Funny
gotta
thing
laugh.
I prefer Escape from New York over
Assault on Precinct.
Assault on Precinct 13.
Yeah,
It's also got Loomis, not Loomis, but Donald Pleasance again.
yeah. I sent the
At the
link
fucking end
to.
when he kills the Duke in New York, I shot him 600 times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did send the StreamYard link to Collector to see if he'll join us. But yeah, when it comes to when you compare Escape from New York to Assault on Precinct 13, this is the one where I really feel like Carpenter just made it to get his name out there.
Yeah, for sure. Like there's some good scenes though. Like I like the scene where the dude's in the ice cream truck and he's like giving the little girl ice cream, but he's looking out the little side window. I forget what it's called. And he's looking for the car, and then they sneak up on him and pull him out of the car and put the gun in his mouth and shit. Like, that was a very tense scene. I did enjoy that.
Yeah, that was a great scene. I'm not trying to shit on
Oh no no no!
work. Um, I just feel like in this, out of all the Carpenter movies, I really feel like this one, I I don't feel quite measured up to the others.
No.
But
Well,
for a first, I will say, but for a
remember.
first movie, it was a good start. There was I can't say it's just a complete shit movie.
No, I agree.
I have more to say on it. I just can't fucking remember it. I can barely remember it. I've seen the remake 1,000 times. I've seen the original like once. So all I can think is remake.
Tell us what you liked about the remake.
Remake sucked. That's what I thought about the remake. I just see it on TV and shit more. You never see the original anywhere.
Or like fuck this, it's on TV. I'll watch it. It's horrible, but I'll watch it.
Yeah.
That shit's funny.
It's on the television.
Now we're gonna go to one of my favorite Carpenter movies, and that is Big Trouble in Little China. That was because to me that was my first. Big Trouble was my first Carpenter movie, and it blew my mind. It was everything I wanted in a kung fu movie, but with like fucking sorcery and everything else in it. There was not one thing I did not like about about Big Trouble in China.
Oh yeah.
It was also my first Kurt Russell movie.
Fuck yeah. What's the name of the dude? He's also in Tremors. You know the guy?
Oh, Egg.
Yeah.
Egg Shen.
I like that guy.
Victor Wong. Yeah, he's a great
And Lao
actor.
Pan. Yeah,
Yeah,
the main bad guy.
Lopan was fantastic. You can't say you watched.
He's fucking funny.
Indeed.
No, he makes himself all tall and big when he like goes out in his like magical like abilities, but then when you see him, he's like in this little fucking chair, like all shriveled up and old. I will marry both of them. It's good though.
Hell yeah.
Natalie said she'll hop on.
She's more than welcome.
And then like Big Trouble in China is just the epitome of like a cheesy 80s action film. Like
Exactly. That's Jack Burton is one of his best characters.
Yeah.
I agree.
Pork Chop Express.
I just want the money and my truck back. Oh.
It's great. It's because he was normal. He talked a bunch of shit, but he wasn't like a fighter or anything.
No, he was just a normal guy.
Yeah.
He just like thrown in like it's the sidekick. Like, well, the guy they put as the sidekick was actually the
Wayne.
The scene that sums it up is when he jumps out to fucking like fight and he yells and he's got the gun and the knife in his hand and the one dude's already like done like beat them all down and he's like
Yeah, that was a great.
Yeah, you're too late. They already whooped their ass. He's just like a normal guy.
Yeah, that's what made Jack Burton so fantastic. Was he was just a normal dude.
Yeah.
And again, you had a great cast. You had Kurt Russell as Old Man Jack. You had Kim Cattrall as Gracie Law. And then you had Victor Wong as Egg Shen and the hell could Lopan?
That's a great one. Also, we can thank this movie because we would have no Mortal Kombat without this movie.
No, we wouldn't.
So thank you for that.
James Hong played David Lopan.
Yeah, he's the same guy that played Snotty in Revenge of the Nerds 2.
Yep.
I mean, like, it's just crazy, man. Like, when the guy, like, starts getting, like, puffy, and then I'm pretty sure he explodes. Like, that shit was insane seeing that for the first time.
Yeah. That's Carter Wong. That guy's an actual, like, legit badass.
Yeah, they blew that motherfucker up.
But yeah, James Hong to me was great as Lopan.
Oh yeah, it's a fun movie, and it's interesting because I saw a video recently saying that it needs to be rebooted because they didn't get the Chinese lore right, and that Jack they think it's like disrespectful to Chinese people, but like the point is it's a parody of martial art films. Jack Burton is just kind of there. He's not the hero of the story. The other guy is. He's
Yeah,
just
Jack Burton. That's basic. Jack, you're basically getting everything that happened in Big Trouble in Little China from Jack Burton's point of view. He's not sitting there
yeah,
saying He's not sitting there saying I'm the hero. He's sitting here saying I've seen things that you most people never get to see.
yeah. He's
You
just sitting there
have to think too that he's a truck driver that likes to tell these big stories on his thing, and we're like listening to all this shit. It's like as a story he's telling as he's going down the fucking road over like it's like how much of this is even real?
Yeah.
You know?
that is true.
How much of this shit is embellished? Like
Yeah, it's being
like
told
you were in like Chinatown and you got your truck towed or something, and that was like the true story. And it's like, and he turned it into like fucking and all this shit. That's Jack Burton.
That's actually a good way. It's being told for like this truck driver who doesn't know anything about Chinese lore, so of course
He
he's
had
gonna
some
get
bad
lost.
fucking dumplings, and he had a fever dream at the hotel waiting to get his truck out, and that was Big Trouble in Little China. Big Trouble in the Little Chinese Bathroom.
That would have been an awesome title. I would have watched that.
People offended. Of course this isn't real. They go underground like there's a secret fucking underworld that like you can travel around under things and ancient beasts and shit.
I don't know, man. I just stumbled upon it.
Of course, I know. I know, it's an American movie. It was made by a man named John Carpenter. Fuck off. It was for the American palate. It's not for everyone. It's not for you.
I just think like I get what he's saying, and he did pitch like something for a reboot, which I would love to see that movie, not as a reboot, but just as its own movie because it sounds dope. But I think he missed the point of the movie. Like, I think he missed the total point. He's a good YouTuber though. I watch him a lot. I respect the guy, but nah, man, I don't agree with that.
Tristan says he can't make it tonight, which is fine. I understand.
He's good. He's good. They're like all getting ready to go down there and battle, and it's like they're getting like swords or whatever and shit, and he's like, "That's it." And the guy pulls out the big ass Dirty Harry Magnum's like, "Here, this make you feel better." Make you feel like Dirty Harry.
Make you feel like Dirty Harry. He's and then he's what else do we need, Abe? A 6-demon bag.
See things that other people can't see. Do things that other people can't do.
What made?
Go ahead, Trichy.
I was just gonna say what makes John Carpenter such a good director is he's a lover of movies, passionate about, and he adds nods to other movies in his movies. Like, I think that's what like makes him so good. If he's doing it out of love.
Yeah, I have to agree with that sentiment.
It's just a fun movie.
Yeah, it is. It's I can't. There's not one thing I can say bad about John Carpenter's Big Trouble in Little China. It's a great movie. Now we're going to go into quite possibly the best remake in movie history, The Thing.
Can't argue. Can't argue. I mean, I really like the block as well, but
We got Kurt Russell again. Once
Yeah.
again, badass.
Yeah, it's honestly,
A different kind of badass because he's not all loud and boasting. He's quiet.
yeah,
He's quiet and he's
he,
gonna show you what I already know.
yeah,
Opposite of like Burton.
yeah. It's a very different kind of character than what you got in Big Trouble in Little China. McCready is very, unto himself. Doesn't, he's very, soft spoken and, just look. I am who I am. I'm not gonna sit here and yell and scream at you guys.
He doesn't even stay with them half the time because he has his own like the tower thing,
Yeah,
the watch thing. He stays in that.
Yeah, he wants nothing to do with.
He's
with
like the loner.
Yeah, he doesn't want anything to do with pretty much anybody in the research center.
Everyone else, they're watching reruns of shows on videotape and shit together, talking or whatnot.
Yeah,
and he's playing by himself with a computer, with chess by himself.
Yeah.
So that shows you.
It's a great movie, and and you can't say The Thing and not talk about how great the practical effects were in this movie.
One of the coolest fucking monsters, man.
I mean, from that opening scene where you see the Thing absorbing the dogs, and
Man, even before that, like near the very, very beginning, when they go over to investigate the other camp, and the has like the fucking head almost sawed off from the fucking razor that's in their hand, like
yeah,
they really sat there and fucking sawed at that shit. Like, damn.
Yeah. That was, again, it was fantastic. And then when they sit there and flamethrow, they hit the dude with the flamethrower. You see the fucking head come off backwards, and then you see the spider legs come out of it, and you're like,
Also, Carpenter knows how music can make a movie. Dum, just that. And the freakiness of the opening, because it's just, we don't know, so it's just a dog. Why the fuck are they shooting at a dog and throwing grenades and shit, like, in a helicopter? Yeah. It's just this dog. Like, what the fuck is going on?
I would give the slight edge to Prince of Darkness on that one, John. I love Serpent in the Rainbow, but I feel like Prince of Darkness is a little bit better made movie.
I haven't seen either, so I haven't seen Prince of Darkness or Serpent in the Rainbow. I heard they're both classics in their own.
They're really great movies. I like both, but
the thing
I feel like and again you get Sam Loon, you get Donald Pleasance back in Prince of Darkness.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And you get Wang back from Big Trouble in Little China.
Like, I know it's like the middle, like you have like the Apocalypse trilogy. You got like The Thing, They Live, The Thing,
Prince of Darkness, and In the Mouth of Madness.
Oh yeah. Oh my bad. Not They Live. It's the Thing, Prince of Darkness in the yeah. Thanks, Mark. I forgot, but yeah, I gotta see Prince of Darkness. I've seen the other two.
Yeah, same.
And going back to the thing, you know, John's. We need to talk about changing some things, Trenchy.
Yeah, we'll talk.
The paranoia and the isolation in the thing.
Yeah, it's that right there was more to me. That was more scary and terrifying than what you got in
Yeah,
Halloween.
no, especially when like Wilford Brimley kind of knows a little bit better about it than they do, and he puts it together, and it says how long it would take for it to take over the whole, and he's
Yeah.
like, nope, nope, and he like starts smashing all the shit and starts shooting at him and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
he's all. No,
which they should have actually helped him right then instead of locking him up, because he was right.
Yeah.
At the end, they ended up blowing the fucking place up anyways. They might as well have been like, okay.
But I love how McCready was like, I tell you how I know how we're gonna figure who's the thing and who's not, and he fucking starts taking blood from everybody and testing it with a hot piece of wire.
Mm-hmm. It's an interesting movie because the thing's a scary monster, but at the same time, the people themselves are scary because you got this group of like big dudes who are ready to tear each other apart, like thing or not. Like they're not gonna take any chances. They're just ready to tear each other apart, man, on the drop of a dime.
And also, they came there in a spaceship that's fucking frozen under the ice. What did they look like? What did they look like originally? Like, what did they come here as? What all can they turn into? What have they ran into out in the fucking universe that they can turn into now?
Exactly.
Yeah, well, it's crazy because they're like fucked from the beginning. Because once the thing connected with the dogs, like they were already fucked. Like they were fucked. I mean, like it's crazy that the movie, man, just like watching it because you have no idea what's going on the first time you're watching it, and then that dog's head fucking explodes, and you're like, why the fuck? What the?
And the head rips off the guy too and starts crawling around.
I can't say that Prince of Darkness should or shouldn't have a sequel. It's a great movie, but I don't know. I don't know if a sequel wouldn't have detracted from how they ended Prince of Darkness.
Yeah, man.
Also felt kind of like
Go ahead, Art.
Ghosts on Mars or Ghosts of Mars or whatever. It's like The Thing, but on Mars. And we ghosts of aliens.
Yeah, man.
Possessing bodies. I don't know. Some connections there.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I like how the one thing that what we touched on Art was the isolation aspect of that movie was just so fucking well done.
Mhm.
I mean, just imagine being stuck in Antarctica.
Watching reruns of shows you've seen like 100 times over now.
Yeah, and the one guy who's actually fucking, somewhat actually somewhat knowledgeable doesn't even like you guys.
Mhm.
He'd rather hang out with the computer and play chess.
It's not a
Oh no,
people person.
the actual doctor guy was he was smart. He was smart.
Yeah,
He couldn't have foreseen any of the crazy shit that was going to happen, but he was smart.
yeah, well, yeah, you're right. The doctor was very smart, but the guy who ended up like really putting the shit together was Kurt Russell's character,
Man,
The
and
fucking defibrillator scene, man. What the fuck? That was dope.
yeah, that whole scene where there's like, especially when again when the head was fucking, they all grow, and the guy goes, "Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me!" Is
but that's
what
how he
again?
knew that. That's how he knew every part was a whole. Every individual piece was a whole
Yeah,
thing,
it was.
and it would try to get away. It would react. It would try to defend itself. You
My favorite scene in the thing is it's pretty much the precursor that really lets you know just how fast this entity takes over a person. Is when the dude douses himself in gasoline and then takes the fucking
Yeah.
flare and just pushes himself.
Hmm?
It's
That shit
like
was crazy.
that was real. I was like, wow, that to me it was one of the best scenes in that movie.
For sure.
And that brings me to In the Mouth of Madness, the third part of the Apocalypse trilogy. Do you read Sutter Kane? That I saw that movie in the theater and I was just like, I was mind blown. Damn, that's Trinity. Come back, Trench. No, I get where you're coming from, John. I really do. I I want to say you could say that they deserve, um, but damn, that was weird. But I thought the way that they ended it worked just as good as if it had gotten a sequel. Now, back to In the Mouth of Madness. I liked the aspect of this movie in the fact that people. It was kind of a commentary on what how someone's beliefs could cause mass hysteria.
I bet.
I'm here. Keep going.
This is one of my favorites. Like, this is in my top 3 Carpenter movies.
It is my number one Carpenter movie.
Because it's, for me, it's Halloween, They Live, and then fucking Mouth of Madness.
Yeah, I was just saying I got to see this in the theater when it came out, and I was completely mind blown.
Yeah, man. Dude, it's like, I don't know what year the Truman Show came out, but this is like the fucked up version of the Truman Show, but better. No offense to Jim Carrey, but it's way better.
Hold on, let me see.
It's like, so good, man. So good. And like watching this movie, rewatching, it's even better because you go in, everyone's fucked.
Yeah,
Sam Neill's.
Truman was 98.
Yeah, Truman, this was definitely before 98, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, man, because fucking Sam Neill, he's such like a nepotist and shit. And like, very grounded character. And just to see him slowly break by following his script, to see him just break and his reality just be shattered, and for him to be utterly destroyed. And we've seen this before. We see Stanley Kubrick did it in The Shining, but the way they do it in this is so great and so effective and so unique. It's just, oh shit, man.
And In the Mouth of Madness was 94.
Yeah. So this even beat the Truman Show with this type shit. Like, just the meta. It's just, this fucking movie, man. Did you know my favorite color was blue, and then the fucking movie turns blue, and it's terrifying?
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah.
I'm becoming God.
I'm becoming God, man. The little monsters and the wall and shit, trying to get out.
As much as I like the the little creatures, I almost felt like they weren't necessary.
They weren't, man. The movie was just so effective.
The story itself was so good.
Yeah, man. It was just an added touch. It was overkill. The monsters were overkill in the best way. It's like they didn't need it, but I'm glad they're there. But I agree, they weren't necessary.
No, I agree. The monsters while appreciated, and I do, I'm a sucker for a good creature feature. The Sutter Kane aspect was well thought out. There's not anything I could say bad about In the Mouth of Madness. It's
like,
it's not quite perfect, but it's close to perfect for me.
Yeah, it's like you look up psychological horror in the dictionary, this movie's right there. There's a couple others as well, but this movie's right there. This is like the pure definition of a psychological horror, because it makes you think. It fucks with you. It sticks with you. And this is one of those movies that can make you look at reality different after watching it. And I don't know if you feel the same, Mark, but it's like it opens you up. I believe.
This is one of those movies where you need a shower afterwards because you feel grimy.
Yeah, man. And it's not even that gory. It's just it's just so like just purely psychological. Like
Yeah,
just fuck with you. That's a good list, John.
yeah. It's again. I I have nothing. Top five. They Live, Halloween 2, The Thing, Escape from New York, and Prince of Darkness. That is a good list, John. I can't sit there and not put what argue against any of those.
Yeah,
Um,
man. That's what.
I I will have to say that I love They Live and the commentary on socialism that
Mhm.
that it that it delivers. Um, I like Halloween 1 more than Halloween 2. It's just my personal preference.
I feel like I would have liked Halloween 2 better if it wasn't for the mask being messed up.
Yeah.
If the mask was exactly in the first one.
I will say that in the trilogy, the Apocalypse trilogy, again, my favorite is In the Mouth of Madness. But I do like the Prince of Darkness movie. It's again, it's one of those movies where you won't get tired of seeing it. The
Mhm.
theme it's iconic. I don't care if you've never seen a John Carpenter movie, you've heard of the theme.
Yeah.
Um, Escape from New York. It's it's in my top two Kurt Russell movies.
Oh yeah.
Good one.
Number one
My
being
li-
Big
okay,
Trouble
my,
in Little
my
China.
my top five. They live, they live, they live, they live, and they live. There you
Oh
go.
yeah. Love
But
They
now,
Live.
but now there's a top five characters, and that's a whole different story.
My top five Carpenter movies: In the Mouth of Madness, Halloween, The Thing, Big Trouble in Little China, and Escape from New York.
Um.
When I was a fucking child, I used to run around with toy guns, like playing scenes from They Live and that shit.
I love
With
They
like,
Live.
with like sunglasses and stuff. I'm like,
Yeah,
this is
They Live is fantastic. I cannot sit there and say I don't like They Live.
the only
It's
thing we needed in it was Donald Pleasance.
that would have
They,
made that movie fantastic.
you got Roddy Piper and Keith David beating the shit out of each other because Keith David won't accept the truth. So Roddy Piper's got to beat the truth into him, and it's fucking great.
Yeah, and
That's
what
not
was the
that's
longest fucking fight scene in the history of man?
Yeah, man. Because
besides the John Carpenter part of it, it's just one of the greatest fights in movie history.
Yeah,
oh yeah, man. Because
And
it's
there's
like
no kung fu and there's no like woobity whatnot, and it's just like
no, it's just a straight up
playing.
fist fight.
Yeah.
that fight's a parody though. Because if you look at it, it's like saying that some people are so ignorant and will do anything to live in bliss than to face the truth. That that may be harrowing. They want to live in blissful ignorance, and they will fight for it. And they will fight their heart out sometimes to not see the truth, even if it's like smack right in front of their face and punching them in the face, like hit them in the face. I love that fucking movie. That movie's so good.
My top 5 Carpenter characters, on the other hand, that would be a long discussion.
That's what I'm saying. That's a whole different list. That's like a whole different thing.
I would need
Because
time.
if I did my top 5 characters from Carpenter films, Loomis is number 1.
Yeah, no, I agree. I love Loomis, man.
Number 2 is McCready.
Mine's Bud, the ambulance driver from Halloween 2. No, I'm just fucking.
It's a good one.
Fucking art.
Hey, listen to old Bud.
My number 2, I can't pick against McCready. That would just number 3, I feel I have to give it to Hot Rod. I can't pick against Roddy Piper.
John Nada.
4, I would probably have to go with Adrian Barbeau's character from The Fog.
The Fog's great. The Fog, really good movie.
And number 5, I can't. You have to put Michael on the list, even though he never says a word and never utters a phrase. You can't have a top 5 characters list without Michael Myers. If you're talking John Carpenter,
he's an icon, and he's a human. Sweet counts. He's not like the Thing. He's an actual character.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, according to Loomis, he's not a man. This isn't a man we're talking about. Staring at the wall, looking past the wall,
waiting for this night.
inhumanly patient. Death has come to your town.
Yeah. Again, there's. That's why I had to put Loomis as the top. The top.
He has some of the best monologues.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I had to put Loomis as my top Carpenter character. As much as I am a Sam Neill fan, his character in The Mouth of Madness, I felt like you could have dropped anybody in that story and it would have worked.
I mean, he's not a very likable character. Like, he's likable enough, and it's sad to see what happens to him. But he is a little dick as well. He's got his little dick side.
Sam Neill's character in The Mouth of Madness isn't like Dr. Grant from Jurassic Park. Sam Neill's character is just there to tell the story. Mm-hmm. He's not really all that memorable. Whereas, like Jack Burton or McCready or Snake Plissken, those are all very memorable characters.
And look, we have to talk about John Carpenter's Scream. At least I'm just fucking around with you. Blasphemy.
All the Wes Craven things are going to attack us now.
That's what I wanted to see about it. Don't you know about John Carpenter's Scream, man? It's great.
It's a great fucking movie, man.
Haven't you ever heard of Wes Craven's They Live? It's fucking awesome. Those would have been entirely different movies if those directors were switched.
Yeah.
Haven't you heard of John Carpenter's The People Under the Stairs?
Jesus.
Can you just imagine how fucked
you know
that
it
movie
had
would have
Kurt
been?
Russell in it somewhere.
I don't know if Carpenter could do People Under the Stairs.
Come on, Carpenter would have Loomis in there. They have children under those stairs. It's inhuman. They have at least 6. I saw 6 children under there.
Kurt Russell would be the dude like Daddy in the fucking gimp suit. That would be Kurt Russell running around.
Exactly.
Wait.
With a shotgun.
Didn't you hear about Wes Craven's The Fog?
Oh,
I haven't seen The Fog. I know that
the
one's
Fog? Dope.
gotta see that one.
You would like the Fog, Art. Dope.
That one's about, it's not actual fog, right? It's like pirate ghosts or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, pirate ghosts. They come in the Fog.
Yeah, they're like in.
Didn't you see John Carpenter's Shocker?
Shocker!
Shocker.
I can only imagine what Shocker would have been like if John Carpenter had did that movie.
I can't even. I have no idea.
I think it probably could have worked because Shocker is one of those movies that's really driven by soundtrack, and Carpenter's already proven that he can write music.
Starring Linda Hamilton and Arnold Schwarzenegger, John Carpenter's The Terminator. Christ.
That might have
Oh,
been
Imagine it. Can you fucking imagine? No, you know what? It would be different though because it's John Carpenter, so it would be starring fucking what's her name? Jesus.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis and Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell is the Terminator?
Yeah. Or as Michael Bean's character, Kyle.
Donald Pleasant's Bean's character. To make it awkward, it's Donald Pleasant's Michael Bean character.
Or it would be Donald Pleasant's character trying to save her as normal. So it'd be weird though because he's really old. I don't know. Here's
what you do to make it work.
It's the same thing though because the Terminator and Michael are very similar.
Yeah.
You bring Nick Castle in to play the Terminator. He was the original shaper in Halloween.
Oh, Dick Miller.
Then you have Loomis show up at the end of the movie, shoot the Terminator 6 times, and go, "I shot it 6 times. Why isn't it dying?"
That is not a man. That is a machine. Wait, I don't know. Why was I doing an Arnold accent there? What the fuck? Fucking Dr. Loomis running around sounding like Arnold. That'd be terrifying if Arnold played Dr. Loomis. Get down! I shot him 6 times. I shot him in the heart.
It's Wes Craven's Commando. That's what it is.
Wes Craven's Commando. Oh shit. Well, there's a lot of that could be played as a horror movie. I could see that shit. Fucking Arnold cut a dude's arm off with a machete.
It's John Carpenter's Predator.
Oh shit. That That might actually be dope. I feel like John Carpenter could pull it off. Like it wouldn't. I don't know if it'd be as good as the one we got, but it would be pretty badass. I think.
John Carpenter's Jaws.
Oh, fuck me.
That would be interesting. Now I kind of want to see Wes Craven's E.T.
I
That's
want
what I
West
was thinking of, Nick.
Jurassic Park.
You know
Wes
the alien would be killing people.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
Oh hell yeah, that'd be dope too.
It's John Carpenter's Fright Night.
Oh shit, that'd be crazy.
I could have done with like Wes Craven's It.
That would have been actually. That would.
I mean, it's Stephen King's It, but you know, by Wes Craven.
That would have been pretty fucking good. Can you just imagine Craven directing Tim Curry?
Been nuts.
And just going, hey Tim, I take what you're doing and then just apply it by like a million.
Oh yeah. Instead of the balloons, kill everyone in the library.
Mhm.
I want John Carpenter's The Shining.
Jeez.
Can you just imagine Donald Pleasance with the bat going, Wendy, love of my life, you're not letting me finish.
I feel like Donald Pleasant's character would be the black guy. You know, the one trying to warn him and stuff. Because he's always got to be the person that's trying to warn the people.
And Kurt Russell would be Jack Nicholson's character.
Fuck yeah. And at the end, instead of, you know, Donald Pleasant's character getting an axe in the chest, he shoots Kurt Russell 6 fucking times.
And then he sends over Kurt Russell going, I shot you 6 times. Why aren't you dead?
Madness.
Damn, we lost Trinity again.
I'm still here. It's just loud.
Oh no, I was just waiting to see if Trinchy came back. I'm waiting for John Carpenter's A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
I can just imagine what Nightmare on Elm Street would be if Carpenter had done that movie.
That'd be, Freddy would probably be slow and wouldn't say anything. Or maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I could only imagine what it wouldn't. Yeah, you gotta have Freddy with it delivering his one-liners. Even though he didn't, even in the first one, Freddy didn't have a whole lot of dialogue. The stuff he says in that movie is, you know,
It's dark.
yeah, it's very dark. So it wouldn't work for Freddy to be silent. It would just, I would not like a silent Freddy. It would, that, you know, that to me is almost blasphemous.
Hmm. There's too much because he involves the dreams and stuff, so there has to be
Yeah.
talking and stuff involved.
I'm waiting for Wes Craven's Friday the 13th.
Who was that again?
So I'm waiting for Wes Craven's Friday the 13th.
But who did Friday the 13th originally?
No, I was just, we're sitting here goofing off, and I said, I'm waiting for Wes Craven's Friday the 13th. Stephen S. Miner did Friday the 13th. Or no, Sean S. Cunningham, I'm sorry.
I put him up there with the Carpenter and Craven and stuff. He had the New Kids.
I would have to say that yeah, Cunningham kind of deserves his place among the the pantheon of horror directors. Because he really did create his own spin on a slasher genre.
Yeah.
I also want to see John Carpenter's Godzilla.
That'd be interesting.
It would.
Mm.
But my bad, I got kicked out for a couple minutes and had to do some shit, but I'm back.
No worries, Trench.
Cool.
We were just going over our John Carpenter, Wes Craven knockoffs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I left it off with John Carpenter's Godzilla.
Oh shit. That would be some crazy shit.
John Carpenter's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh fuck me!
Boom.
That would be a dark movie.
And it was already dark.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would be way darker than what it normally is.
That'd be some crazy shit. Some crazy shit.
Wes Craven's Lilo and Stitch.
Oh shit. What the fuck? That'd be insane, man.
There wouldn't be nothing left of the island after Stitch got through with it.
Yeah, man. Stitch would go nuts. Cause Stitch a badass.
John Carpenter's Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh shit. That'd be
And I'm not talking about the animated one here, though. I'm talking about the
no.
the
I know
real.
what you're talking about. Yeah. That'd be crazy.
Or Wes Craven's The Phantom of the Opera.
Oh fuck. Like it'd be crazy because I know Argento took a stab at it. Like Schumacher took a stab at it. Why not have Carpenter take a stab at it? Like I don't know if Wes Craven took a stab at it, but
I don't think so.
it'd be cool to see Carpenter take because everybody's taking a stab at Bantam.
I'd like to see James Cameron's They Live.
Oh fuck!
Oh,
That would
that would actually be pretty freaking good.
I have to agree because I think Cameron would fucking do an excellent job with They Live.
Oh yeah.
I can see that.
I want John Carpenter's Aliens.
Oh. That'll be interesting.
Hey, Stephen King directed Maximum Overdrive, so he's a director. No, we can get Stephen King's something.
Yeah.
Fucking Stephen King's Gremlins. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Wes Craven's Child's Play.
Oh shit. That would be an interesting thing for sure.
Andy, this is God.
This is God.
Stephen King's Jaws.
Oh, good Lord.
I'm gonna scare the shit out of you. Imagine fucking Tim Curry as Quinn.
That would have been fucking fantastic. I mean, I don't think anybody could play Quinn as good as Robert Shaw did, but Tim Curry would be a damn good second. Mark Hamill is super.
Mhm.
Put Mark Hamill in there as super.
Yeah.
And leave
You know what? Stanley Kubrick's the thing.
I say leave Roy Scheider as Brody, add Mark Hamill as Hooper, and Tim Curry as Quinn.
Oh.
And make Dennis Hopper the mayor.
Yeah. Toby Hooper's escape from New York.
That would be interesting. I want Tom Holland's Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh fuck. That'd be interesting for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Can you just imagine with Leatherface actually having some decent dialogue, like Jerry Dandridge had in Fright Night?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to kill you, Charlie. I want you to bring Peter Vincent to my house so I can cut him up with my chainsaw.
Mm.
And Stanley Kubrick Schindler's List.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck me.
Yeah.
There'd be so much hidden shit that'd be like, did it actually happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It would be better than Kevin Smith Schindler's List.
Steven Spielberg's Clockwork Orange.
Oh, that would be happy though. Like Steven Spielberg would make that shit happy and whimsical somehow. He'd find a way.
I don't know if you could actually find a way to make a Clockwork Orange fun and happy. It's pretty
If
fucking dark.
anybody could do it, it's Spielberg. If anybody could do
With
that.
Spielberg, he would find a way around it. It would literally involve a magical clock and a talking orange, and it would be a children's cartoon. It would be like a children's movie. A Clockwork Orange.
He's right. That's right on the money with that shit.
Like a clock that can turn into like a flying thing, and like the loser kid gets it, is flying around in it, and he has like a little talking orange. It's, you know.
Tom Holland's The Never-Ending Story.
Oh fuck!
Quentin Tarantino's Never-Ending Story.
Oh shit!
Oh fuck, that would be interesting. I would. That one would be. I can't say I wouldn't go see that shit.
Look at fucking Falcor would be dropping N bombs all over the place.
Mhm.
No,
English,
Falcor, don't say
motherfucker,
that.
do you speak it? The deep dragony type voices out there.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
Quentin Tarantino's Escape from L.A.
Oh shit!
He could have pulled it off.
You keep good.
It could, or Robert Rodriguez's Fright Night.
Oh shit! That would be actually pretty dope.
If you think about it, Bruce Willis's little mini story and Pulp Fiction is like a little mini Escape from LA.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And you know, Quentin Tarantino would just, you know,
Oh, for sure.
or Robert Rodriguez's Fight Club.
Hmm.
hmm.
That'd be interesting. Fucking
Trench, what's your favorite movie of all time?
Goonies.
Ty Romulus Nyberg's The Goonies.
He's been talking to me about that. He wants to do a sequel. He's like, okay, so non-biasly, what would you think would make a good sequel? And I'm like, I don't know. Just don't fuck it up. But don't fuck it up. I think Ty could do some good shit. Like he could make some good shit for sure.
Maybe.
John
Yeah.
Carpenter's Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Hmm. That would be interesting. Because the only remake we've gotten the Creature from the Black Lagoon is Shape of Water, and that's a whole other animal than Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Tom Holland's King Kong.
That would be interesting. Trying to think.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Who the fuck
Terry
directed The
Gilliam,
Butcher?
Back to the Future. Huh?
What were you saying?
What if Terry Gilliam did Back to the Future?
I'm not sure who that is.
That's the guy that did Brazil and shit. He's like a British director.
I only saw Brazil once, like 30 years ago.
Yeah, it's a good ass movie, but I get it. It's like not really too well known. It's like one of those under the radar type films.
Wes Craven's Transformers, the movie.
Hey,
That'd be dope.
it'd be weird.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be weird, but it'd be very dark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
John Carpenter's Titanic.
Oh, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Wes Craven's The Conjuring.
I haven't seen The Conjuring.
They're pretty good. For PG-13 horror movies, they tell a decent story.
Yeah.
I do have a good time with The Conjuring. Again, they, they rely a little heavy on jump scares too much, but I do like the story that each one of the Conjuring movies has told.
How many are there now?
There's 3 Conjuring movies, 4 Annabelle movies, and then there's The Nun and the Curse.
Holy shit. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That fucking Annabelle has 4 movies by herself?
There,
For fuck's sakes.
or no, there's 3 Annabelle movies. I take that back.
There's a nun, ain't there? That's like a whole
Yeah.
thing of its own.
That The Nun is its own story, and then there's the Curse of La Llorona as well. Wes Craven's Christine.
I'd like it.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see what Wes did with the whole possessed car car deal.
It would be just like the red car at the end of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, it was the same car almost.
It would just have like the green and red striped roof.
Quentin Tarantino's Fright Night. Well, Tarantino keeps saying he wants to do a horror movie.
Yeah. I don't know if he'd be able to pull it off or not.
True.
It'd be interesting though.
Yeah, I would pay to see it.
Church, where the hell did you go?
And again, the pussy's chasing him.
Hmm.
John Carpenter's The Evil Dead.
Oh shit.
That would be interesting.
George A. Romero's The Evil Dead.
That would be even more interesting.
Oh yeah. Steven Spielberg's Cujo.
He could actually pull it off and make it convincing, because look what he did with Jaws.
That's what I'm saying. He could. It might even be better than what we actually got with the movie.
Yeah,
that we
I
had.
have to agree with that. That would actually be pretty fucking dope if he did it.
Mm-hmm.
Guillermo del Toro's Salem's Lot.
James Cameron's RoboCop.
That would actually be pretty fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen King's Watership Down.
I haven't seen it.
It's the Killer Rabbit movie.
Hmm.
It's pretty dark. Stephen King's Dark Crystal.
That would be interesting.
To say the least, I would be kind of worried about letting King do it. But if anybody can make the Dark Crystal darker than what it is already, yeah,
I would let King write the screenplay, and I would tell him there's no way he's directing the fucking movie.
there I have to agree.
Because that's what he's good at. Right.
Wes Craven's The Witches.
Oh, shit. I gotta hop off. If y'all are still on in a little bit, I'll hop back on, alright?
All right.
Oh shit, I'm back. My bad.
No worries. Art had to go.
Uh oh fuck, we're still live. Oh shit.
He said if we were still on when he came back, he'd hop back on.
Right.
Which again, I can always set up another, back room.
Oh, for sure.
Because I feel like we've talked about Carpenter fairly good.
Yeah, man, we talked a lot about Carpenter.
So I think
Like,
I'm going to call it, and then just that way. And then if people want to come back later,
yeah,
and hang out, and because I know Natalie said she wanted to join, but she got caught up with real life.
yeah.
So again, I have no problem setting up like I get like another back room, and then whoever wants to come hang out can come hang out, and it also gives me a chance to go eat because I'm fucking starving.
Oh yeah, dude. Go ahead, yeah. And like you said, we could always do another episode on Carpenter. I mean,
Yeah,
we pretty covered these 4 movies pretty well, or 5 movies.
yeah, we did 5. I said I was gonna do 4, but I had to. I couldn't not, you know,
Yeah.
do uh, the thing.
Oh yeah, man. That's one of his top ones.
So I am going to say thank you to everybody who was in the chat, and thank you, John, for joining us in the chat. I'm going to thank Art, who was on the panel, and I'm going to thank Frenchy for joining me tonight and talking some John Carpenter.
Hell yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Oh, always. And I'm going to say good night, everybody, until I see you this Saturday for Child's Play 3.
Yep.
And
Paper, everyone.
have a good